folks. Thanks for joining me today. Now, I know I promised that I was going to do the 12 days of Halloween, and I must apologize. I've let you guys down. I've gotten so busy that I just simply didn't have time. But that didn't stop me from still doing some. So I do have a few different ones that I'm going to be posting over the next few days, and I've been busy editing them and getting them ready for you. So stay tuned. This is the first one, and it's going to be a jack-o'-lantern. So I started off with painting one of my molds from the Happy Dotting Company, and I just painted it completely black and let it completely dry. So usually for me that's overnight, so I'll do it in the evening, and then I wait till the next day before I paint on it, just to make sure that I get a nice even coat on it. Now what I'm doing is I'm putting on the pumpkin shape, and you'll notice that I did a few different colors. So all of my colors are listed in the description below. But I did use a few different shades of orange. So I think I used some bright orange, cadmium orange, and then poppy orange, because I really wanted to give the appearance of the pumpkin. You know how they have the ridges in the middle and things like that. So I really wanted to give some shading in different colors. And this is kind of going to be a spooky jack-o'-lantern, so I kind of wanted to do that with it as well. So now I'm just putting on the stem while the rest of the pumpkin dries. Now you'll notice when I first put the first coat on, the paint wasn't going on completely, and I was okay with that because I wanted it to at least give me the outline. It was a little bit, I should have shaken the bottle is what I should have done, but it still worked for me. And then I just added the other two colors, and now it's been completely dried. I'm now sponging on the lighter of the orange. I think it's bright orange that I'm using now, and I'm just sponging it all over the place with one of my blending brushes. There is a link in the description below to get these brushes from Amazon if you're interested. And I just blob it on wherever, but I don't do a complete coat because I want some of the colors to come through from underneath. And by doing it this way, the paint leaves like some thicker spots, I guess, in the bumps and that, and it ends up giving it more texture. So, and a pumpkin skin is never smooth. So that's what I did. I also put a stem on the top. As you can see, I did that a little while ago, and I used Kelly Green for that. And I'm going to do some blending on that with some, just by some adding some black into it. And then I used my General's charcoal pencil to sketch on a face design, and I really wanted him to be creepy and maybe a little grumpy. So I've made these eyes, and I'm using Happy Green from FolkArt. It's very much like a lime green, so it's got a lot of yellow in it and just gives that kind of scary kind of look. Then I'm going in with some Kelly Green, and I'm using one of my blending brushes that I made myself. There is a tutorial that I've created that shows you how to make both the blending brushes and the fine lining brushes. So if you're interested in those, go to my playlist and you'll see that they're there, or you can search it for blending brushes or for the fine lining brush. If I remember, I'll make sure that I put it in the description below, but in case I forget, that's where you can also find it, is if you go to my playlist. So anyway, so I went and I put on the dark green just around on the edges, and now I'm blending in some more of that really light green, and I'm just adding a little bit of white in the center and working my way out. And this gives the illusion that there's a light in behind there, or that there's there's light flashing or inside the pumpkin that would give his eyes this glow. So I just keep blending away until I'm happy with it. And now I'm doing the stem like I had said earlier. but just by adding a little tiny bit of black and just adding a little bit more of the Kelly green. And I'm just sponging it wherever. I'm not being careful with it because I'm going to fix it up right now. I'm going to use my fine lining brush and some black paint, and I'm just going to outline it and go all the way around it and really give it that sharp look of all the details that I really want to pop. So I thin out the curve a little bit of the stem on the pumpkin. Where the stem meets the pumpkin, I put that in there, and then I do all of the other details through his eyes, his nose, and his mouth. I also go all the way around the pumpkin because when I was blending, a little bit of it sort of smudged out of the lines, which, totally okay, because it's easy to go in and fix it up with the black paint and your fine lining brush. So that's what I'm doing. So I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank you guys for all coming and watching my tutorials and sharing my videos and subscribing. It means the world to me that there's somebody out there that's interested in what I do, and it just humbles me and makes me want to do more. So I just got to start, slowing down and finding the time to do these things for you so that you get as much enjoyment out of it as I do. Now, I don't stop painting. I paint all the time. It's just I don't always remember to film it, or I'll finish it and I would be like, oh, that would have been a good one to show everybody. So I'm going to try to do that a little bit more and get more content out to you guys. But yeah, life has just been really crazy and busy and all sorts of other things. So, but know that I'm not forgetting about any of you. I'm often thinking I've got to get a tutorial done because I want to share. I really, really enjoy sharing what I do for my art. And if you do any one of my tutorials, or you try one out, or you try maybe a technique, maybe I do a lot of different background techniques, definitely go over to my Facebook page and hook up over there. There is a link in the description below, and hook up on there, and then you can post your pictures. I would love to see what you have created from the artwork that you've watched me create. It's probably the best compliment you can give to any artist, by showing them how you interpreted the lesson and how you applied it to your own style of artwork. So be very interested to see that. I've got some new things coming up that I've planned. Like I said, there's a few more tutorials for Halloween that I'm going to get done and posted for you guys. I'm hoping before Halloween. It doesn't give me a lot of time, but I promise I will do my best. Plus, I have some stuff coming up for Christmas. And I know it's still a month and a half away, but you know what? That time goes so fast. The month of October just flew by for me. It's like, where did it go? So I don't know about you, but it just flew by. So definitely I'm already thinking about what kind of content I'm going to bring to you. And if you have any suggestions, leave me a comment below. I love reading comments, and if there's something that you want to see, I'd rather do that than something that I think you might want to see. So leave me a comment below. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I do try to post once a week, usually on Fridays. And make sure that you hit the like button if you like this spooky little jack-o'-lantern that I'm painting here. And make sure that you ring the bell, because that will give you a notification every time I do post something new. And it's always great to have that first notification. I am going to be doing a short video as well coming up to showcase my new calendar, and I am super thrilled about my new calendar. So my calendar is all of my soul symbols for each month in a calendar year. And if you are new, I have tutorials in my playlist there that show how to do all of the different soul symbols. I did a series my first year on YouTube, actually. So once a month I posted a series of my soul symbol rocks. So they're all there, January through December. So if you're interested, please go and check those out. And they are also available for sale on my Etsy shop. So if you're interested, you can go there. And I'm going to also have my calendar available on my Etsy shop. So make sure that you go and check that out. I will post them on November 1st for the calendar in my Etsy shop. So make sure that you stop by around then. But I will be updating my shop. And I know I keep saying that as well. And I haven't really done too much, but there's been a lot of things behind the scenes. Anyways, so that's a whole lot of chatter, and I've been doing a lot of work while I've been chattering away. So look at how this guy looks now. I just put some eyebrows on him like he was squinching them down or frowning, I guess. Gave him some teeth, gave him some nostrils that didn't meet. They were kind of, in the wrong place. Maybe he's scowling. Is that the word? I don't know. It's going to be my word. So he's scowling. And so he's got his eyebrows down and furrowing his brow. There's another weird word. Yeah, he just looks absolutely amazing. And you can put as much or as little detail on this guy as you want. I did not put any glitter on this guy, but you know what? Glitter would have been absolutely awesome on him, especially in the eyes. Maybe using metallic paint or maybe using some holographic paint or just some glitter, mica powder, you name it, sky's the limit. And he was so fun to do, to make him look creepy and Halloweeny and all that good stuff. So I hope you give him a try. Just look at him. He's just so creepy. Anyways, so I'm now putting in some pupils for him to glare out from inside the pumpkin. And if you've been around for a while, you know that I am not the best at making pupils evenly when there's two of them. So most of my artwork is usually a side view, so I don't have to worry about that. Or maybe I'll make one eye winking or something because I am so bad at this. But I tried my best, and it's what makes it one of a kind. So I just got to learn to not worry too much about it and just go with the flow. But I do play around with it, and I try to make them even a few times actually. And I didn't want to go too far on it because I thought, I'm going to wreck it and it's going to end up taking up most of the eye. So I just sort of left it the way it was. It's supposed to be creepy anyways. So I also put on a little bit of a white spot and once it's dry to give it some glimmer or what do you call that? Some shine on his eye, just like a light catch. And that's it. So there you have it, folks. Life is what you make it. So get creative.